Hey guys, so I am back. I wouldn't normally do this on live. I mean, I wouldn't, I've tried to do it on my camera, but my mouth was off to the video, so I decided to come back on live and do it here. But I'm going to talk about my ships. So I think I'd explain them a little bit, tell you guys what they look like, what they operate like, what they're made for, what I've been doing. So basically, we can start with the names. So I have the Comb, the Archer, ISS 600, the Elveirdor, the Odyssey, ISS 601, Juan 60's, the Aubrey Auditory ISS 602, the Arc Mosaic, and the Sonic Resonance. Okay. So, I found out that my language actually connects. Anybody who writes a language, whenever you write a language, the languages actually connect to planets. Now, whether or not you can inhabit those planets depends. Because my language was made on a book series about a real world with people and things like that. They're saying that my language actually connects to a planet that we can inhabit one day and live on and survive on past Earth, past Mars, past our solar system. So getting there is a deal. It's a big deal. Getting to any planet that we could survive on past our solar system is a massive deal. So let's see here. It's going to require things like teleporting, and that's one thing that's like for the future, you know what I mean? But it's something that I've learned about and had to go through all the steps for to make what I made. And so they're really, really cool. But, that's something that's going to be like way in the future, I believe. But for what I built and the time and effort that I put into, I'll tell you about my ships. So mine are made for, they're about 30 floors. They're massive. They're huge. They're structured flat top, flat bottom, comb side structure where the windows kind of tilt out like a comb around the sides. There's a captain's window on 2 of them. The third one only has the backing, so it doesn't have a captain's window or a projection window. All 4 of the back of the ships have these big, huge double magnetic parameters that are ran by, they're open, but you can't go out of them or into them, so that's how you gain access to the ships. So you have to be able to go in and out of these, but they would have sensors that would throw off to where you wouldn't be able to board the ship if they wouldn't grant you access to them. So high security system, you can't just fly up on the ship anytime you want. But let's see, I have put big flute mega piping on the ships, so I have like big structural frames that go to these kinetic energy fans that sort of run for kinetic energy and mass energy distribution throughout the ships to be able to conduct something like that. Now on the center ship, the connection method is a little bit different. It runs a little different than the center of the engine for the other 2 ships. So the center of the engine for the other 2 ships has a sort of robotic body, mind, brain at the center where there's this big fan, and then it goes down to this engine. It's the Grizzly Dawn engine that I made. So for mine, this is how it runs. You get the big fan, then you get the Grizzly Dawn engine, and then you get the double tilted magnetic parameters that you can move around and sort of change the energy distribution throughout the fan system to the flute piping to the frame so that you can conduct teleporting on the ships, and we would be able to travel to another solar system eventually. That's something that multiple people are working on, so it's not like just me or anything, but this is like, I know several people who have made solar engine series and stuff like that. I was homeschooled, you know what I mean? So I just learned about this stuff, but I made my own designs, so I'm like super excited about them. But, so for my next engine, it sits at the center of the ship just like the other 2 ships, but on the Elveirdor, the engine slides out like into the middle of the fans. So the fans have these big big flute. So they aren't fluted, they're just mega pipes that run to the top of the ship and the bottom of the ship, where it sort of has a hole that goes through the big mega piping, where you can sort of navigate the engine in and out of its vicinity to release a pressure, and that way eventually they can use them to teleport to another solar system. And that's something that they're like, multiple people that I know about have made solar engine series. I know Mark Zuckerberg made a solar engine series. So most of the time the people who are working on these things are a little bigger than I am, but it is something that I have invested time into recently, and so I'm super excited about it. But yeah, if you're ready for like the Hunger Games type of situation. Not actually, I'm just kidding. But I mean, you know, it was really more of a joke. But yeah, so but let's see here. So structurally there's supposed to be a zoo floor, an aquatic floor. I have like a 30 floor system that I built, that I have every single floor laid out for the entire ship. So you know, there's a big massive zoo floor that I put on there, a big huge aquatic floor for each ship, so it just sits at the center, so it has where you can transition animals from our world up onto the ships eventually, and then they can inhabit the ships and learn how to coexist in that environment before traveling somewhere else. So that's basically the idea of those. And Jesus loves you guys. I'm glad I got to talk to you again today, and I'll talk to you guys here soon. I'll make another video and explain the rest of the stuff that I made. But for now, I'm gonna go. Thanks. Jesus loves you. Have a good day. Bye.